Hello, I'm Jill Deschateau. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, this channel focuses on mainly spiritual engagement with a bit of travel and the odd other thing thrown in here and there. Really, I started it as a channel just for women. So in the beginning, I would share a lot about, fragrances that I'm wearing and the makeup and stuff and the items of clothing that I'm wearing. And then I found there's a whole lot of men following me and they were freaked out by that. They were like, oh, I watched that video up until the point in which you started discussing peach colored lipstick, and then I like switched off, and so I now resist the urge to share those kind of things on my channel for the sake of my male viewers. So this is just for you. But if it should come slipping out, I would just like you to push through that uncomfortableness. It will only be 30 seconds and then we'll be on with the good stuff. So yeah, spiritual engagement. And at the moment, we're busy with a spiritual challenge. Last month we started, it was the month of April, and we did our assignments there. So how did it go? I know for me, I didn't always follow as I would have liked to. Some days were better than others, some weeks were better than others, but all in all I really enjoyed it and I found it did make a difference. So I'd love to know if it's working for you as well. Did it make a difference for you? Did it just feel like another thing that you've got to tick off your to-do list? Please don't let it be that, because that just becomes a dead work which will never benefit you and never bring you any closer to the Lord. Think of it more as just like some me time that you can escape from the daily grind and go and connect with your Heavenly Father. So now we're on to May, the month of May, and I have another set of 5 assignments and challenges for us. You remember, let me just refresh your memory, or if it's the first time that you're connecting into our spiritual assignments, we're covering basically 5 areas. And the first one is spiritual disciplines. Every month I give you a assignment or challenge around spiritual disciplines. Number 2 is intimacy with the Lord. Every month I provide an opportunity or some kind of a channel through which you can, a suggestion, and that will help you to just take time out to draw closer to the Lord and deepen your intimacy with Him. Second, I can't even count this morning. Thirdly is Bible reading or Bible study. Last month we focused on the Gospel of Matthew, and this month I have a different book for us. No, it's not Colossians. Fourthly, our responsibility towards creation. I find that we've left this over to other people instead of taking it up as the people of God. And fifthly, we're going to focus and have a special assignment this month on assignment number 1 has to do with the spiritual disciplines. And the spiritual discipline or practice that I am suggesting we all do together this month is the one that I know you've been dreading, which is none other than fasting. So we're just going to approach this very gently and very easily. It's not great to jump into the deep end with fasting. Anyway, you may be quite an experienced with fasting, or you may not be. But what I'm suggesting that we do together this month regarding fasting is we decide that we're going to, on one meal, that we're going to fast every week. So that may be breakfast or lunch or supper. This is like the minimum that we're going to do. And then instead of eating that meal, we're actually going to take time to pray in that time, and that's where we're going to do our prayer focus for this month. So I'll tell you about that a bit later. I seem to have a bit of fluff. Yeah, so that's our spiritual discipline for the month of May that we're all going to do together. It's going to be fasting. If you'd like to do more, you're certainly welcome to, but that will be our minimum. Will be 1 meal a week, so that will be 4 times of fasting this month. Up for that? Great. Okay, spiritual assignment number 2. To facilitate a deeper intimacy with the Lord this month, this is what I'm suggesting that we do. This is your assignment. Take a trip down memory lane. Now, for some of you, that may just be going through your journals. Maybe you keep a journal and you page through your journal, and I want you to remember, actively bring to mind the Lord's goodness to you in the past and the Lord's words to you. Maybe you don't keep a journal, in which case you just want to sit down with a cup of coffee quietly and just ask God to remind you. Ask Him to bring to your memory some of the important works and some of the important words that He's given you in the past, and just allow those to build your faith. Allow those to build your faith in what God will do for you going forward into the future. So that's got to do with developing our intimacy with the Lord. Assignment number 2. Right, spiritual assignment number 3. That is our Bible reading. So the Bible book that we're going to study together in the month of May is the book of Jonah. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you completely alone, in the depths, in the belly of a whale. Carney. For this one, I've got a lot of material on the book of Jonah. I do teach it quite often in different places. So I'll put that all up on either over on my blog, or I'll put links to other resources in the information section below this video. But I'll also probably pop up a video towards the middle of the month, specifically on the book of Jonah, so you can look out for that one. Right, on to spiritual assignment number 4, which is being mindful of our responsibility towards creation. Last month we had to cut back on just one use of plastic in our home, and this month I'm going to ask you to do something equally simple. And I find baby steps is best when it comes to changing a whole way of life. So what I want you to do this month is swap out one household product that you are currently using that is not very earth friendly for one that is earth friendly. And I have a general cleaning product that I use, which is basically vinegar, water, and for the kitchen I use drops of cinnamon oil because it gives an amazing smell to the kitchen. And for the bathroom I make one up in which I put either cedar oil or tea tree oil or lemon drops. So it's as simple as that, and I use that in place of your general like handy andies and cream cleaners and all those kind of things. And once in a while I do really deep clean with something a little bit more powerful, but for everyday use I just simply use that. So you may want to do that. I'll put the little recipe in the information box below, or you may just want to go and have a look through your supermarket shelves and have a look and see, or do a bit of research and see what product could you swap out. Remember, just one product that you're currently using, for example Jik or that bleach. I would immediately say that's the first product you need to get rid of in your home, and look for something else that you can use in place of that. For example, hydrogen peroxide is not toxic, it's not damaging to the environment, and it does the same job as what Jik does. So something like that. Right, I think you're going to be very proud of yourself once you've done that. And finally, spiritual assignment number 5, which is the focus on prayer. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be combining our spiritual discipline, which is fasting, with our prayer assignment. And what I want you to do is think of somebody that you know in your community, in your church perhaps, in your family, who really needs a breakthrough in a specific area, where it really needs that concerted kind of praying that fasting brings to prayer. Fasting brings a kind of intensity to prayer, because you so feel desperate when you're hungry and you get that hangry, desperate feeling. Channel it into prayer, channel it into an intensity of prayer that is so intense that it reaches the ears of God, and God answers. So I want you to think of an area in your life as well where you really need a breakthrough, in somewhere you really need a change. You need something to dramatically be altered. You need the hand of God to come down from heaven and rearrange your circumstances. And not only for yourself, but for somebody else as well. And I want you to use those fasting times, that meal that you're going to be fasting, to put this prayer in. And that's it for me. Just 5 little things that we can do together that will just help us enjoy our faith life more. Please don't make it dead works. Don't make it something you have to tick off your to-do list. We don't want to be like that, but just enjoy it and use it as an opportunity to just develop, to build on Christ the cornerstone in your life. I'm really looking forward to your comments and suggestions and ideas, so please don't give them to me personally, because then I'm the only one who gets to hear them, right? I know many of you feedback to me personally, and that's great, I love it, but pop them into the comment box. If you have a look below this video, you'll see that there's a place for comments. Put your comment on there, because then everybody gets to hear it, everyone gets to benefit from it. Well, that's it from me, Jill, for this month. I'll see you in June again. Oh, wait, actually will pop up at least one video during the course of this month, if not 2, where I'll focus a little bit more on the book of Jonah, which is our reading for this month, and where I'll perhaps do a little bit more on the the discipline of fasting. Again, it's one of those spiritual disciplines where we take away, where we suppress our natural needs in our natural body in order to get a spiritual benefit. So I hope you really enjoy these assignments for May, and that you are beginning to notice a difference in your spiritual life as a result of these assignments. Bless you. See you next time.